Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to another video. This is another basketball reaction and we're back with another Jimmy High Roller video, and it's been quite a long time actually. I'd say it's been about a week, maybe longer, which is strange because he's usually the guy that I react to most, but there's been so many different suggestions like recently. It's been harder to like watch his videos, but I do want to see more of him. But again, I just sort of want to spread it out and watch everyone's suggestions. But I'm happy we've got another one, and the title of the video is The Wildest NBA Facts No One Has Ever Told You. I'm not sure if any of these facts I'm going to have heard of, because obviously I've done a lot of videos seeing different types of details in the sport. But I mean, I love his videos, so it's bound to be an absolute banger. But yo, I appreciate the suggestions for this. This has been suggested a lot in my Discord, and I say this a lot, but if you want to suggest me things or you want to interact with me, make sure, if you are interested in that, click the link in the description. That will help you. There's a link to help you download it if you haven't got the app already. Or there's just a link if you've already got Discord to, you just click the link and you're instantly in my Discord. But yo, I appreciate the suggestions for real, because again, this is another Jimmy High Roller video. And yeah, let's just see what this is about. I'm not too sure what it could be other than like just strange, just random facts. I'm guessing maybe there's gonna be a few stats in here. Or I'm genuinely not sure, but let's get into it and see what this video is going to have like about it.
Michael Jordan's unprecedented value, the GM that finessed an entire franchise, and Draymond Green's unbelievable NBA record. You may want to take a seat before hearing some of these.
I love his little intro music, man. Jimmy Roller. Also, you guys have been suggesting, I think his D1 story video. If there's enough interest in that, I'll definitely will do it soon. Again, I'm just struggling to, because I only do 2 reactions a day. It's hard to like sort of upload a lot, because obviously I do other sports as well. I try and always do 1 basketball video a day, but again, I will get to more Jimmy High Roller reactions in future. And I do hear what you guys are suggesting, trust me. Just again, it'll take maybe a week or so to get to certain videos.
What's up everybody, it's Jimmy, and today I'm bringing our 4th installment of the Craziest Facts videos. One of the reasons why I started this channel was because I enjoyed reading about these absurd numbers and events so much that I wanted to share them with other basketball fans. And as you can clearly see...
Wait, 15 strange facts about the NBA. The strangest NBA facts. I think I've seen a few of these videos, but I don't know if I have. If I haven't, some are quite short, so they'll probably be quite hard to watch. But if I've seen any of these videos, let me know, and maybe I could watch them all in the same video.
I really appreciate a good fact. So here are
I
17
very,
of the
very
most
intriguing.
ridiculous
17?
NBA facts you've never heard of before. Be sure to stick around until the end for some numbers that may blow your mind. This past week, we saw the conclusion to an exciting month of college basketball with some of the best young talent the game has to offer. Well, young talent, but not as young as Luka Doncic, who is younger than 8 of the 10 starters from this year's NCAA championship game. One of the most important and impressive feats a player can accomplish in sports is winning when it matters most. Michael Jordan.
That's crazy. So I mean, what I gather from that, because college players are all very, very young, that just goes to show how young Doncic has made it like, in the NBA. That's
6-0 in the finals. Robert Horry, 7-0 in the finals. John Havlicek, 8-0 in the finals.
Oh my days.
But surprisingly, a lot of players have perfect finals records. In fact, if you had to make a guess as to how many players have a perfect finals record, what would be your guess? 5? 10?
11?
Maybe 15?
Okay, 23.
66. 66 players in NBA history have a perfect finals record. Of course, 6-0 in the finals is infinitely more impressive than making it to 1 finals and winning that one.
That's a very, very good point. I should have probably put that into my mind thinking of that, because obviously it's going to count the 1 wins. Like, say people made 1 final and they have 1 win. But still, that is pretty crazy. But let's wait.
Players in NBA history have a perfect finals record.
8-0 is
6-0 in the finals is infinitely more impressive than making it to 1 finals and winning that one.
Is that the worst one as well?
This came as a bit of a shock. In 1986, the Chicago Bulls finished the season with a record of 30-52 and still made the playoffs. To put this anomaly in perspective, last season the Denver Nuggets won 46 games and missed the playoffs.
Wow.
Dennis Rodman was a one-of-a-kind player,
Rodman.
a 6'7" rebounding monster.
His story
in fact,
is crazy.
Dennis Rodman was so
Oh
dominant
my
at grabbing boards that he led the league in rebounding for 7 straight seasons.
Jeez.
But that isn't the most surprising aspect about this man's incredible ability. Rodman didn't lead the league in rebounding until he was 30 years old and continued to lead the league in rebounding until he was 37.
Wow.
He also led the league in boards
So he was a
in
late bloomer
1993
then.
despite missing 20 games. For comparison, out of the last 5 players to lead the league in rebounding, the oldest was Dwight Howard in 2013 when he was 27. Russell Westbrook is another player that plays the game with so much intensity and passion that he has turned the seemingly impossible into a common occurrence. On April 2nd, Westbrook achieved a stat line that was so absurd it looked like a typo. 20 points, 20 rebounds,
Yeah, I remember seeing this one in the
and
last video.
21 assists.
That is insane.
That's 2 triple doubles in one game. To put this
Stupid
incredible feat
second
into
one ever, right?
perspective, Anthony Davis, John Stockton, Allen Iverson, Kyrie Irving, Shaquille O'Neal, and Carmelo Anthony all have 2 or less triple doubles in their entire
Oh,
careers.
man.
Throughout the past couple years, we have grown so accustomed to his numbers that we've built a sort of tolerance to them. A triple-double doesn't
Westbrook,
sound
bro.
as impressive today as it did 25 years ago. But think about it like this. In 2016, if Russell Westbrook dropped 31, 10, and 10 in a game, it was technically an off night. While we're on the
What? Oh, because didn't he average that for the whole season?
topic of absurd numbers, what would this video be without a Wilt Chamberlain mention?
That Westbrook season, I might have to look into that because them stats blow my mind. Like to average that for a whole season, that is disgusting.
One other player in NBA history has averaged at least 30 points and 23 rebounds a game for a season. Wilt Chamberlain averaged 30 and 23 for his entire career.
Oh my!
But I'm not sure if any player was more valuable to their franchise than Michael Jordan was to the Bulls. In fact, the Bulls valued Michael so much that in 1998, his salary for the season was over $33 million. In 1998, this type of money was unheard of in the
Inflation,
NBA.
right, innit?
I mean, just look at where the league's highest paid players at the time stand compared to Michael.
With inflation, what would that salary be nowadays? That's got to be up in like the 100 millions, right? I assume maybe not that high, but it's got to be a lot higher.
Imagine if this past season Stephen Curry, the league's highest paid player, made over twice as much as LeBron, the league's third highest paid
That is
player.
actually crazy when you put that
Michael's
into
salary
terms.
that season was more than the entire salary of 19 NBA teams. If an NBA player had a
Wait,
larger
what?
salary than 19 NBA teams today, his salary would be about $124 million this year
Oh
alone.
my!
But hey, when you're Michael Jordan, you get
That speaks
whatever you
volumes
want.
for him,
When
man.
Pete Maravich played basketball in
Yo.
college, there was no three-point line, but he still averaged 43 points per game and set the NCAA Division I record for points in a college career at 3,667 points. One of Pete's old coaches actually went back and charted every single one of his shots and found out that Maravich would have been making 13 three-point shots a game.
Oh
This
man!
season, LeBron struggled from the line.
Wait, so when did the 3-point line get added into the sport? It may have said actually. Did it say?
He still averaged, but hey, when you're Michael Jordan,
I'll skip
you
it if it
get
doesn't say.
whatever you want. When Pete Maravich played basketball in college, there was no three-point line. Or
They didn't
the
say
line
that.
more than
So when was that added then? Because that's crazy. So his like overall point tally, I guess it would be a lot higher if that was the case. They had the 3-point line back when he was playing.
ever
That's
before.
crazy. I would have thought that was
much
always a
so
thing in the
that
sport.
his 66% from the charity stripe is only 4% better than Shaq's free throw percentage in 2000. LeBron struggled from the line more than ever before.
Oh.
So much so that his 66% from the charity stripe is only 4% better than Shaq's free throw percentage in 2003. But in a more positive light, LeBron James holds the NBA record for points in the playoffs. Well, actually, he not only holds the record, he is so far ahead of everyone else that
man.
we may never see anyone touch his
Mr.
numbers
Playoffs
in our
himself.
lifetime. He is already 1,000 points ahead of Michael Jordan, who
Oh my god, that is wild. Oh my days! Look at those stats. And that's probably gone up since this video was made as well.
Has the
Jeez.
second most points in the playoffs with 5,900, and he's a whopping 2,900 points ahead of Tony Parker, who has the second most points in the playoffs among active players.
Oh my
And
God.
if we go down the list of players who are in the vicinity of LeBron, only one has the potential to score considerably more in the upcoming seasons, and that is Kevin Durant with 3,656. LeBron really is
That
a
is
playoff
mental.
juggernaut. Now, this fact is one that is so
Talk about being
surprising, I
clutch.
nearly became
Big
physically
game
ill
player.
when I heard it for the first time. A couple weeks ago, I made a video regarding Draymond Green's situation in Golden State and his value to the Warriors. While researching for this video, I discovered that Draymond Green has the 4th highest winning percentage among all players in NBA history.
Wait,
but what I didn't know was that if you include the regular season and the playoffs, Draymond Green has the highest winning percentage of any player in NBA history.
Oh my.
Of course, being on
It's basically 75%. Bro, imagine having that high of a percentage, like a win percentage. That is crazy, man. That is
the
insane.
Warriors throughout this current era definitely helps, but still, no
75%.
one has matched his winning rate. Not his teammates, not any player among the Bulls, Celtics, or Lakers dynasties, no one. Now, don't get me wrong, I got nothing but love for Draymond, but I can't help but to laugh knowing that this man is the winningest player in league history. Speaking of winning, no other team did it
It
better
may have
than
changed
the
since
Celtics
the Golden
in the
State
60s.
struggled
But
this year, right?
oddly enough, the title for the greatest team of all time went to a team that they routinely beat down. At the NBA at 50 event in 1996, a panel of media members, former players and coaches, and current and former general managers voted for the best team in NBA history, and it was actually the 1967 Philadelphia 76ers who got the most votes. So despite the fact that the Boston Celtics won 10 out of the 11 titles between 1959 and 1969, it was a team from the same exact era that only won one.
How does that even work? That is mind blowing. How that can like you're saying, in the same era, a team that dominated them, it's got picked over. That doesn't even make sense in my head.
Title that was voted as the best team ever at the time. In the 1981
What is the reason for that? I mean, I assume some of you guys will know why. I'm intrigued to see why that would have happened. Would there have been like a bias towards them? Or is there something that happened that made people believe? I'm not too sure why that's the
season,
case.
the Denver Nuggets scored 100
That's
points
wild.
in all 82 games.
Wow.
They also had 100 points scored on them in every single game that season as well. I mean, just look
full
at these
of.
results.
Wait, that is
They
nuts.
are absurd. Just look at this stretch of games
How
right
is
here.
that even possible?
They scored over 140 points in
And
4
lost.
out of 5 straight games. For 11 years, John Spoelstra, father of current
That
Miami
is
Heat
mental.
coach Eric Spoelstra, was senior vice president and general manager of the Portland Trail Blazers. During his time in Portland, he earned the reputation as a marketing genius. In fact, he was so good at his job that on January 7th, 1983, John took part in the strangest transaction in NBA history. Spoelstra saw that the Blazers were in need of a point guard and had their eyes on Don Boosie. Spoelstra, in need of Boosie's talents, traded to acquire him from the Indiana Pacers without losing a single player, or dollar, or draft pick. In exchange for their point guard, the Indiana Pacers received, are you guys ready for this? 1 week of management and marketing consultation from John Spoelstra.
Wait,
this
what?
man was so good at his job.
No, hey, that's not him being good. That's just them being stupid. How are you gonna fall for that? I mean, I guess it's a mix of both, but that is.
Advice was worth a 2-time All-Star point guard. But on the opposite end of the spectrum, you have guys that are not so good at their job.
That is so
Like
random. I
Joel
love
Anthony in 2011. Well, at least for a particular stretch of games. Like on January 18th, 2011, when Joel Anthony somehow played an astonishing 43 minutes without a single field goal attempt.
Wow.
But then again, that is
wild.
nothing compared to what he did, or should I say didn't do, just 9 days earlier. On January 9th, 2011, against the Portland Trail Blazers, Joel Anthony played 29 minutes without recording a single point, rebound, assist, steal, block, or field goal attempt. What the f*** are you doing? This man spent 2.5 quarters running back and forth. 29 minutes, running back,
doing
and
absolutely
forth.
nothing.
Then again, Joel Anthony is an NBA champion, so
Oh, that was what I was going to ask. Like, I assume, like, how long was his career? Because I'm guessing that was just a little spell where he had a poor, like, run of form, I
props
guess.
to that man. And while we're on the topic of big men, I just recently made a video of one of the biggest men in league history, Yao Ming.
Yeah, that video
And
was
among
class.
other impressive feats Yao had accomplished, one of the most impressive was his induction into the Basketball Hall of Fame. Not that he was inducted, but rather how unbelievably quick he was inducted. Yao Ming made it into the Hall of Fame just 14 years after his rookie season and just 5 years after he retired.
Wow.
This may not sound crazy, but consider this. Sidney Moncrief, a player in this year's class of Basketball Hall of Fame inductees, started his NBA career 40 years ago. Another player in this year's class, Jack Sikma, was a rookie 41 years ago. Paul Westphal is another player that made it into the Hall of Fame this year, and his rookie season was 47
Goes to show how
years
good
ago.
Yao Ming was,
In
though,
fact,
right?
Yao Ming holds the record for the shortest amount of time since
Man.
his NBA debut to be inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame. For comparison, look at these legends and how long
14.
after their rookie season
25. Michael Jordan, 2009. Why was Michael Jordan so late? 2000. I guess you have to be retired to be. Yeah, I assume that's the case. You have to be retired to be in the Hall of Fame, right? But like Shaquille O'Neal, 24. 2016. I mean, that is wild. Yao Ming, 14. Oh, so Yao Ming and Shaquille O'Neal got into the Hall of Fame at the same time. That's
it
wild.
took them to make it into the Hall of Fame.
Again, it probably just goes to show how
Huge
good he
accomplishment
was.
from a huge guy.
Fair play.
Now, I'll leave y'all with this. In Michael Jordan's 13 seasons and 930 regular season games with the Chicago Bulls, he only scored single-digit points in a game once. Even crazier, in that single-digit point game, he was recovering from a broken foot, played only 16 minutes, and had 9 points.
Oh my
which led me
God.
to ask the question, where do some of the best scorers of all time land on the list of consecutive games with double-digit scoring? So here's a chart that maps out some of those players. At the bottom, you have a couple active players like Giannis at 120, D Wade with a streak of 148 games, DeMarcus Cousins with 162. As you work your way up this chart, you'll see some big names. Legends that put on some of the greatest scoring streaks in league history. Kobe had a streak of 211 games, Iverson, Shaq, Harden is on an active streak
Harden
that
is
is
a
now
baller,
up
to
to an
be fair.
absurd 340
He is
games.
crazy.
Keep going up the chart and you'll
Kevin
find
Durant.
Moses Malone, Karl Malone, Kevin Durant had a ridiculous streak of 562 games that came to an end in 2017. But way up there at the top, above everyone else, is Michael Jordan with
Wow.
866
He
consecutive
is
games
miles ahead.
with
Like, he is far ahead, but to be fair, with Kareem as well, he's miles ahead as well. So that like in certain ways, this sort of helps to see like how insane they were. But Jordan, man, what a guy!
double-digit scoring. But wait, one name is missing from this list.
James,
I
LeBron.
think there's one player I left out.
I was thinking, where is he?
Oh yeah,
Oh
there
wow!
he is.
And he's active.
Hope you all enjoyed. And as always, until next time.
Yo, when you look at that from that level, that is wild. I love these videos so much. They're so unique in how they're made, but they're so interesting, man. And like I said at the start, like from the previous videos he's made, if I haven't seen them, because I can't like completely remember, if I haven't seen them, please tell me if you'd like to see them in future, or just any other Jimmy High Roller videos in general, because I do really enjoy his channel actually. Like the way he just makes his videos really intrigues me, man. Let's just see the comments. I do like this sort of stuff. Not gonna lie, that LeBron flex at the end was fire. That was crazy. I was like, okay, where is LeBron? I was thinking, wait, has he not even got 120? But that would not be the case with LeBron, would it? But that goes to show how good, how both of them are just clear in certain aspects, right? MJ's fans at the end were like, that's where MJ's to go. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Where's LeBron, for fuck's sake? Oh, so people love the ending. Yeah, that ending. I mean, it was a very good way to do it, to be fair. But the whole video, man, I love this sort of stuff so much. He really does. He has some like insane sort of knowledge and insane like research skills, and the way he shows it in his videos, it's class, man. But yo, I appreciate the video, like the video suggestion, like 100%, man. I need to see more of this stuff without a doubt. But I've done so many sort of statistical type videos. There's only so much I can do, and like I'm gonna be sad when there's no more like again statistical type videos I can watch, because I just love that sort of stuff so much. But again, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Until next time, like, subscribe, and peace.